Hello everyone, Poky here, and I am so sorry for not uploading in a while. I don't know, I got pretty busy, but now we're back and we're gonna play some more Steins Gate Zero because I am loving this game so far. Alright. What happened last time? Last time we just made up with Lukaku and Ferris and I don't know. I guess let's just get right into it. If I don't have any tips I need to read. Yeah, I think I'm good. This is a lot of tips. 205, oh my gosh. Alright. Hey guys, what do you want to eat? My treat. We decided to head toward Yodobashi. There were a lot of restaurants there, so it was perfect. Way to go, Ocarine. You're the best, Nia. Thank you. What should I eat? Maybe fried chicken? Juicy fried chicken? That's all Mayushi ever eats, Nia. I walked behind the three of them, and I thought to myself, what would it be like if Kurisu were here? I tried my hardest for the past few months not to think about her, but was it because of my experience yesterday that I did anyway? The expressions and little mannerisms I'd seen yesterday, the voice, the way she walked, I remembered my conversation with her. Hello, Rintaro Okabe. I'm Kurisu Makise. Nice to meet you. I couldn't respond at all. Something felt slightly off about the way Kurisu moved on the screen. But it was really slight. I'd get used to it soon. More importantly, the voice and the way she spoke were exactly like the real Kurisu. I almost cried. It was all I could do to stop breaking down. Oh boy. Maho, it's not the middle of the night, is it? The camera on the PC switched from me to Maho. No, it isn't. Why? I was wondering if the two of you were sleepy. Was she talking about the fact that I didn't respond to her introduction? I was asleep until just a bit ago, but now I'm 100% awake. I see you're as lazy as ever, huh? Don't be rude. Anyway, can I ask a question? Sure, what's up? What's your relationship to Rintaro Okabe here? He's a student who participated in the last ATF seminar. He seemed really interested in the research, so I brought him here. Maho decided not to tell Amadeus that I was a friend of Kurisu's before she died. Why, I wonder? Did she not want Amadeus to find out? Or was I supposed to tell her myself? Huh, he must be pretty impressive if you're saying that. The Kurisu on the screen turned to me and smiled. Calm down. So, Okabe, what's your major? Brain science, I assume? It's... The words got stuck in my throat. I should calm down! You know this is just a program. Her words, her appearance, even the conversation she's having with you right now, they're all artificial. But even though I knew that, I still couldn't speak. I had no idea what to say. And more than that, the words, nice to meet you, hit me harder than I thought they would. This wasn't the Kurisu I'd spent those 3 weeks with. Maho had told me this ahead of time, and I thought I understood it, but hearing it for myself hurt more than I imagined. I regretted not taking my anxiety meds, but it was too late now. My heart rate soared and my breathing became irregular. My head was spinning and the corners of my vision were beginning to dim. At some points, my lips had gone totally dry. Is something wrong, Okabe? Kurisu sounded worried. That voice software must be pretty good if it could handle nuances like that. His major isn't brain science, but he's very interested in our research. Is he? Dr. Leskinen likes him too. At some point, I plan to make him my assistant. What? My head snapped up in surprise at Maho's bizarre statement. Me? Maho's assistant? I'd go to Victor Condrea University? Oh, you don't like the idea? It's not whether I like it or not. Well, it was a joke anyway. Oh no. A joke? Did you take it seriously? I did not. I wasn't going to tell her that I almost did. I see, but if you study really hard, it might not be a joke after all. Even if it wasn't, I'd rather be Dr. Leskinen's assistant. That was my way of getting back at her. It's harder to be his assistant than you might think. He's really a big kid. As she spoke, she quietly came over next to me and tapped me on the arm a few times. I see, so that was it. She was making a joke to try and calm me down. Sorry, thanks. What are you talking about? I didn't think subtlety was her thing. Maybe I was wrong? Maho, excuse me. Kurisu beckoned to Maho from within the screen in a very human manner. What is it? Come a little closer, toward the speaker. Maho moved here close to the speaker. I was just thinking about how weird it was when... Huh? Maho suddenly turned bright red and shouted at the screen. Of course not! What are you talking about? I wonder what she said. You don't need to be so embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, just stop being weird. You're sure? I'm sure. What are you talking about? It was obvious that Kurisu had whispered something in Maho. What did she say? Maho glanced at me. Is she blushing? Oh my gosh. What? And for some reason she blushed and turned away. Ah, I see. From the way Maho was acting and what I knew about Kurisu, there was only one possibility. Goddamn mainstream woman? What? I whispered a name I'd often teased Kurisu with, but suddenly felt a lot better. She must have said something stupid like, "You two make a good couple," or "You finally found a man, huh?" The way she looked at a boy and a girl holding a friendly conversation and immediately assumed they were dating was just like the Kurisu I know. Is that new or no? Sheesh, what a system. Didn't need to be that true to her personality, did it? I chuckled. Do you think this Kurisu also browses @channel when Maho and the professor aren't looking too? Nah, knowing her, she's probably commenting. I remember Kurisu once browsed @channel on the future Gadget Laboratory's computer when she knew nobody else was around. Oh. Hey, knock before you come in. Christina, what are you doing when you should be working? Hey, stay back. Heh. Hey, what's with that? Oh, this is terrible. Right. Wait. Hey, what's with that? Oh, this is terrible. Right. Raffle kinda laugh. Let's check out tips real quick. Mainstream woman. A pejorative term used to refer to girls who are easily influenced by trends or who think in ways that men find impossible to understand. However, it is said that the only people who use it often are boys who have very little experience with women. Fictional, a huge, anonymous message board that's the largest of its kind in Japan. Its catchphrase is, "Everything from hacking to tonight's dinner," and its boards discuss everything from underground topics to normal news. Did my controller just get No, okay. I thought my controller just got disconnected. ROFL, net slang, short for rolling on the floor laughing. Other variations include LOL, laughing out loud, ROFLMAO, rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off, and Rafflecopter, like like Raffle, but with a helicopter. Rafflecopter. Fret not, Christina, or should I say, @Channeler Kurisu. Don't call me that. I knew it already. Indeed, I've known it for a long time. You reek of @Channeler. How rude. My perfume isn't that strong. It's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about your soul's power level, but it's cute how you try to hide it, @Channeler Kurisu. Do not call me that. Your soul's power level, huh? My silly remarks seem to have a much deeper meaning now. Was the girl in front of me one day going to, as Dr. Leskinen had said, become a real artificial soul? When that happens, what are we supposed to call a soul that still existed in this world after the body was gone? Not dead or alive, but something in between. This wasn't science anymore. It was philosophy, or maybe religion. Enough messing around. Okabe didn't come here to waste his time with this stuff. The way you're trying to change the subject makes me even more suspicious. I'm going to infect you with a virus. I was kidding. I won't bring it up again. Kurisu quickly bowed her head. I bet back when Kurisu was still alive, she had conversations like this with Maho every day. I'm sure Dr. Leskinen had a lot of fun watching them. It was actually kind of cute. Sorry about that, Okabe. Want to try talking to her? Oh. Maho offered me the seat in front of the PC. Kurisu's face was on the monitor right in front of me. When our eyes met, she smiled a little. I didn't know she reacted like this to people when she first met them, but my meeting with Kurisu went about as badly as it possibly could have. I realized that her prickly attitude towards me could have been unusual for her. Oh yeah, it was pretty unusual circumstances, wasn't it? Ask me whatever you want. I'll answer anything I can. Yeah. This wasn't good. I was remembering every moment I'd ever spent with Kurisu. I couldn't think of what to say, and then the words that came out of my mouth were, "Is it possible to create a time machine?" Yes, that was what I'd once argued about with Kurisu on another world line. In the end, I'd lost the argument completely. What? Huh? A time machine, you said. Where did this come from? It's just a test. I wanted to see if it was capable of thought experiments. Well, Kurisu? Let me see. My conclusion is that it's not possible. But we don't know for sure that it's impossible, I guess. What? That wasn't what she said. I'll begin with my conclusion. The very idea of a time machine is idiotic. That's what Kurisu had said in the Alpha World line. I remember that well. I think the very idea of a time machine is idiotic. I remembered our old debate and decided to repeat what Kurisu had said then. It's too early to assume that. You think so? It's true that scientists all around the world have proposed time travel theories. There are 11 major ones and countless minor ones, but none of them are anything more than hypotheses, and some of them directly contradict one another. Correct. For example, there's a cosmic string theory and a wormhole theory where time machine is possible as a thought experiment, but no one has a clue where you would go to get cosmic strings or exotic matter. In other words, it's not realistic. This was also something that Kurisu had told me in the Alpha World line, but the Kurisu on the screen was unmoved. It's probably because scientists haven't discovered something important yet. Then you think it's possible to create a time machine? We don't know for sure that it's impossible. That's what I said, remember? Yeah, her opinion was slightly different. Was this because I was in the beta world line? Or perhaps... Hey, Hiyasho. She knows she's made from a copy of the original's memories, right? Of course. Then, I can't think of a good example, but... Is it like identical twins? You can't tell them apart at birth, but as they grow, differences start to form? Or something like that. We're still investigating that, but... If the memories they build up are different, I think that of course they'd become something different from the original human. The professor agrees with me. I see. It was then that I heard the door on the other side of the partition slam shut. Is that the professor? From the loud sounds of the footsteps, I'd assume so. I could definitely hear somebody stomping around outside. And then after a heavy knock, it was not a very heavy knock, the door to the booth flung open. What the... Lintalo! Lintalo! The professor opened his arms wide as he came inside, grabbed my hand and began to wave it around. I didn't realize he was this friendly. He seemed to think he was giving me a handshake, but it felt like I was being worked over by a pro wrestler. Hey boy, what's up? Huh? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Okabe, your English is terrible. Shut up, Christina. Christina? Oh no, I was so focused on the professor that I used my old nickname for her. It's nothing, don't worry about it. I am worried about it. Why am I Christina? I told you it's nothing. You're freaking out a lot over nothing. I said shut up, Christina, Kurisu. Kurisu and Maho both seemed lost in thought. You called her Christina, huh? You too! Just drop it! I have such a dumb, goofy smile on my face and I can't get it off. Ugh. Every time I think that things are gonna go horribly in this game, it turns out so funny and hilarious. I need to stop doubting, the situation. Because you know when you're it's like when you're watching a horror movie or something, and you're like, no, don't split up, don't go in there, it's stupid, you're gonna die. And it's like, I always get that way when I watch shows or read books or something, and this character's about to do something stupid, and I'm like, argh! But everything's been working out in this game, and I don't know if that's gonna change somewhere along the line. I still have a lot to go. But I'm just glad that things have been so, I don't know. I just really like this game, and I can't stress that enough. It reminds me so much of everything I liked about Steins Gate. And, is there any tips before we move on? Nope. Alright. I didn't want any more questions about this. Since the professor was here, I decided to ask more about how Amadeus' memories worked. Oh, we gotta go over Christina again. Professor, is it possible for Amadeus' memories to be externally modified? But the professor wasn't listening to my question. He seemed to be frantically searching his pockets for something. Come to think of it, I didn't see that translator device on his ear. He must have been looking for it, which meant odds were good he didn't even hear my question. Modifying my memories, it's theoretically possible. Kurisu herself answered in the professor's place. For example, it would be possible to make me think that my name was Christina. But memory data isn't like normal data. It's much more complex. I'm aware of no successful attempts to modify it. And even if the attempt succeeded, I would notice it and repair it myself. I keep logs in an area that only I can access. In other words, a secret diary. If there was a discrepancy between my current memories and my diary, there's a very high probability I'd become suspicious. What's more, my memories are backed up at regular intervals. Even if they were altered beyond the point where I could self-repair, I would still be able to restore them. I would lose any memories that had formed between then and the last backup though. I see. I'm betting that, that Amadeus Kurisu does not know that Kurisu is dead. So that's gonna be a tough conversation to have. Regardless of the topic of discussion, it felt strange. What Maho had said before she loaded Kurisu was true. I was starting to feel like I was chatting with the real Kurisu. The way she wouldn't let you get a word in edgewise once she started talking about science was exactly like the real Kurisu. It's interesting, though. I turned toward Kurisu and spoke. You're able to consider yourself objectively as a machine. From what I see in books and comics, I expect you to say, I'm not a machine, I'm human. That's pure nonsense. Even humans speak of themselves as a combination of hardware and software, right? They just call it biology and psychology. What's the difference? Well, that's deep. I see. She's better with comebacks than anyone I know, isn't she? When she heard this, Kurisu turned toward Maho, her CG eyes big and round, though it was really just the camera sensor moving. You know, Maho, this may not be any of my business, but you should watch what you say. You finally got your chance. What if he stops liking you? Well, come on, don't bring that up again. But it's what I find most interesting right now. It's what I find most meaningless right now. What if this is the last chance you'll ever get? You're the one who needs to learn to watch what you say. Ha ha ha. Dr. Leskinen was clapping his hands together and laughing. I had to chuckle a little too. Afterward, the three of us, including the professor, talked to Kurisu, discussing technical subjects and making small talk. The next thing I knew, it had been almost an hour. I actually felt a little sad when Maho told me that it was time to stop. In just a single hour, the strangeness I'd felt about Amadeus had disappeared, and I felt like I was really talking to Kurisu. Oh. Dr. Leskinen stopped me before I left. So interested in being a tester? I tilted my head when I heard the professor speak through the translator. Amadeus doesn't have a lot of conversation samples. I've got all the kids in my lab helping as much as they can, but it's not enough. Amadeus is still in the research stage, but we can't just let anyone talk to it. So I want you, Lintalo, to help us since you were her friend. I remembered they mentioned something about being a tester at the party, so this is what they were talking about. The professor and I will be staying in Japan for a while. We'd like you to be a tester while we're here. Your job will be talking to Kurisu. There's no real quota, just talk to her when you feel like it. But twice a month, I want you to report on your testing to me and the professor. Oh, and I'm sorry, but we can't pay you. I want you to keep that in mind when you decide. I'm aware that it's cruel to ask you to talk to an AI that's perfectly identical to your dead friend. If you're not interested, feel free to turn us down. I remembered what it'd feel like to talk to Kurisu, when the monitor was just about to turn off. This is what Kurisu had said. Let's talk again sometime, Rintaro Okabe. That's what I'd hoped for when I came here, wasn't it? I'll do it. Please let me do it. So what's this gonna be like? Is this gonna be like... I wonder if it's... It'd be kind of stupid, but like, I just had this idea. What if it's like an app on my phone or something? Like, call... What does that say? Line? I never noticed that. And like, there's just an app that's just Kurisu and you can talk to her. I thought I was ready when I accepted the job. I just opened it by accident. But I'd never expected this. Whoa. What the... Call from Kurisu. Oh, what the heck? I was literally just talking... Okay. Okay, so she's gonna be calling me? This is getting crazy. Hello? It's Makise. Kurisu was displayed on the screen. Yes, it was Amadeus. The app the professor had... What? I am like a clairvoyant. I am Yasuhiro. I am the psychic. It's me. The app the professor had given me allowed me to access the servers at Victor Kundry University from anywhere, 24 hours a day. Like I said before, that's a lot of power. Of course, you'll be able to contact Kurisu. But Kurisu will also sometimes contact you. When that happens, talk to her. This I hadn't predicted. I never thought she would call me, or that her face would be displayed on the screen. Or should I have introduced myself with, "It's Christina"? She looked really mad. I could guess why. I'd gotten 8 calls from Kurisu and I had ignored them all. Why? Maho and Dr. Leskinen explained things, so I thought I'd call once myself to make a proper introduction, but I didn't expect you'd refuse to pick up 8 times. Why aren't you saying anything? Talking to a realistic girl on my smartphone with so many people around, it was really embarrassing. Well, if you don't want to talk, that's fine, but what's with you? I was sure this was my chance to talk more than usual. I feel like an idiot. Ahem. Just know that during the test period, I'm always connected with you. Contact me whenever you feel like it. I'm busy, so I don't know if I'll always be able to answer your calls. Man, what is this? More than that strangely polite, friendly Kurisu from yesterday. Angry. Stubborn. More curious than anyone. The way she seemed to be constantly challenging you. Anyway, goodbye. I realized that this really was Kurisu Makise, but it's not. That was the girl I'd spent those 3 weeks with. Lab member 4, my assistant Christina, aka Kurisu Makise. Her movements were a little more jerky than I'd seen on the computer. Uh-oh. What the heck? Important updates are pending. Remind me later, thank you very much. You know what? I think that might actually be fate that update just popped up on my computer. Because I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I'll try to get this uploaded by today. I might just record a bunch today and upload them periodically, because that would solve my problem where I can never find time to record and edit. Everything around me, my surroundings are telling me to stop. So I'm just gonna end this episode of Steins Gate Zero off here. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Poky, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!